this is Sherry Veronica. Natalie Abrams, she is in charge of Digicel in Barbados, and they're saying that it's in shambles where customer service is concerned. And this particular blogger sent in something that they wanted you in Barbados to see. Digicel is moving dishonestly with Barbadian customers. Is the FTC investigating complaints? That is the question. And still no reply from the FTC on the Digicel issues. And worse yet, still did not actually receive any compensation that they suggested a data plan. They sent an AI generated response. Digicel, this person is saying, is a big thief, a liar, a fake. Now, not Digicel, but the people behind Digicel, okay? Making AI take the fall for their crimes, that's not good, okay? Start actually hiring qualified people to deal with the issues, and people, even workers in Jamaica, are not given any service. The international voicemail number, it doesn't work, yet it is plastered on everything that you get. You know, the number is there, but it does not work. They don't want to understand and resolve the issues. That's the bottom line. They don't care. Okay, they're not working in anyone's best interest but their own. And this person said they are a capitalist. If someone ever tells you they are a capitalist, that's what they are. They're going to take more from you than they deserve. They're going to take more from you than you should have given. They're going to, what you call it, padding. It's something, it's padding, and they pad their costs, and they do anything and everything to get whatever they think they can get from you. That's a capitalist, okay? They're worse than flow. That's what this uncompensated customer is saying. And then it seems as though there was a message that they replied to, and they were saying here, or they are saying here, one 30-day plan will never be enough for what occurs. So sometimes Digicel will try to ease your pain and give you a little morsel, but this person is saying that it doesn't add up, because when you have to have activating fees or reactivation fees, and purchase costs, and some of purchasing costs of some and loss of business, what they're saying is that they may give you a little morsel, but it does not add up for all of the trials and tribulations and everything else that they've been through dealing with Digicel, okay? And they talked about Natalie Abrams. It's her job. Your job is to get Natalie Abrams to handle this matter like she is supposed to. She is the head of this group here and should know that my compensations are valid and simply possible, or I will have to return to Digicel and make a formal complaint. That's what they're saying. But yeah, Digicel in Barbados seems to be, they have you over a barrel, that they have you in a place where you need them, and no matter what you do, no matter what you say, you need your cell phone and you need their service. That's what these big conglomerates, these big establishments and these big wigs, they come into small places like Barbados and they take over a certain sector, like how you have the Barbados Light and Power that is owned out of Canada. They own you. They own you because you need light. You need that particular set of energy, okay? You need electricity and whatever else they provide, you need them. So they have secured a place in Barbados where you need them so much that they're the powerful ones. Okay, they're the powerful ones. You're the weaker ones because you allow them in, and they have dug in to the point where you can't get rid of them. And there's no competition. when they talk about solar energy, that's cost prohibitive. You need electricity. As bad as it may be, you need electricity, and it's not that bad because you're having electric vehicles coming on board in Barbados as as I speak. You guys are even within the government, buses and the garbage collection system. They're using electric vehicles, so you need electricity to it's needed. So whoever it is out of Canada that owns the Barbados Light and Power, they own you. And the same thing with Digicel. You want your cell phone. You want your technology. You want your cell phone and whatever else they provide. You need them, and they're going to dig themselves in such a way that you cannot get rid of them. And competition, you may have competition like one or two, but they're ruling and they're dealing with each other. They're saying that Digicel is just as bad as the other one. Was it they said it here, but Lime, is it Lime? Yeah, whichever one it is, but they're all the same. They're all the same. Although you may think they're competitors, they're all the same. They're working with each other. They're working in tandem with each other. So they own you. They own you, and that's a bad place to be, where you allow these people in and they take over. It's like a virus. They just take over, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I don't know how Natalie Abraham will respond to the constant put down and the bad reviews of Digicel. A lot of people complain about Digicel, but she's still winning. She's still winning. You have to look at it that way. If you're complaining about something and it's not changing, you have to start to look at it from the point of view, why is it not changing? And then you have to actually, you cannot keep on complaining. You cannot keep on complaining. You have to actually sit down and think about, why is there no change? And once you realize that these people have dug themselves in such a way that you are powerless, you have to take a different route. And then if you're taking a route and it's just you, it's not going to be seen, it's not going to be noticed. You have to rally people to let them know these people have dug themselves in such a way that we are the slaves. We have become slaves in our own country because we need them. How do you get out of that situation? That's what you have to work to do. That's your job now. They say it's here. It says, let me go down here. It's your job to get Natalie to handle this matter. See here? It says it's your job is to get Natalie Abraham to handle this matter. No, your job is to understand that she owns you. She owns you. How do you get all of that? Do you bring competition in? And how do you pry Barbadians away from Lime and Flow and Digicel or whoever else? How do you pull Bajos away from those other companies to give someone else a try? How do you do that? That's your job. It's a big job. It's probably, like I was saying, an exam you cannot pass, but you have to try. You're gonna have to try, because what is happening is let's say there's a pyramid and you're at the bottom. You're at the bottom rung of that pyramid. You're not in that little peak, the top area. You're not there. You're not there. You are at the bottom, and you're doing this in your own country, and you're doing it to yourselves. It's happening in your country. You invited someone in, and they've turned you into slaves. You have to pay them for poor service. You have to pay them and you're unhappy. You have to pay them and you're not getting what you're being paid for. What you're paying for, you're not getting. That's what's happening in Barbados. And how do you get all of it? That's something that not the Abrams, you can't turn to her. You have to turn to your neighbor. Talk to your ministers. She's married to a minister too. He's desirous of becoming the prime minister of Barbados. You have an uphill battle. It's an uphill battle when these people come in to source your energy. They're giving you energy, And then they turn around and say, well, you need us. You need, because you've gotten accustomed to turning on your lights. You've got accustomed to using your cell phones. You've got accustomed to watching Netflix or whatever else that they are providing. You've gotten accustomed to it. So how do you move yourself away from that? To prove what? To prove any sort of point? It's an uphill battle. You guys have to decide how you're going to move with this one. Okay? This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.